Gemma, when you guys were doing that graveyard scene, did you try to spook each other? Because I personally would have noped myself all the way out of it, whether it was real, fake, or whatever. I can't do the graveyard thing. So,
Oh, oh, are you kidding me? It was not spooky at all. I mean, okay, well, the actual place was beautiful. I mean, it's Vancouver, and once we hiked up to the top at the swing, it was like everything was forgotten. That beautiful ocean view was so gorgeous, and it wasn't a real cemetery there, which is good. I'm very glad it was not. And I had the girls and everyone, so I felt very safe, of course, and I was very scared.
My question actually is a question for Julie and for Gemma. So the scene with the Walkman when you find the mixtape and you're playing it, um, Ashley alluded to this, but a little bit of like PTSD because I totally remember the days of like my Walkman and my tape player eating those tapes and having to, get a pencil or something and try to spool it back in. Julie, did you have to teach Gemma how to do that? And Gemma, did that Walkman actually work?
Yeah. Emma, I don't know. Did the Walkman work?
I don't think so. I'm not really sure. Sometimes I'd actually play it when filming, and it would just nothing would happen, which was, I would have liked to play some heavy metal, but it's fine. I still have that Walkman and the mixtape. The props people were so nice, and they sent it to me for my 13th birthday. Where is it? I have it right there.
I did not have to teach her anything about spooling it because there was no hope in this movie for that mixtape. That mixtape needed to be dead. But what I would like to have told her is the secret of how to stop. Do you remember the secret of how you would make it so you couldn't record over it?
Yeah.
There was you put a piece of tape over part of it, or you would punch out that little tab. And that's how you would make it so that nobody could record over your like precious mixtape by accident.
So you were recently rocking out at a Harry Styles concert. So if you could create a mixtape for your children, what are some of the songs that we might hear on it?
I have. I mean, I've made playlists for them and they're just like, mom. Sometimes they put up with it, but I mean, I always start with Over the Hills and Far Away by Led Zeppelin because it's the greatest thing to listen to when you're driving in a car, which is all you do in LA. And just that dum 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 dum. I mean, there's no volume high enough for that song.
So the cast seemed to have such a great chemistry on screen. Did anything funny happen behind the scenes?
Oh boy, I mean, countless things. I remember teaching Julie some TikTok dances. That was very fun. That was she doesn't give herself enough credit. She nailed it. It was awesome. But we were super hot in these sweaters, and we were filming some Fred Meyer scenes in the grocery store, and she was like, "Hey, you want to teach me any TikTok dances?" And I was like, "Sure," and you're doing this hard like step thing, and we were all like, "What the heck is this?" But it was so chaotic, but it was hilarious and awesome.
And also, we were all in the same hotel for the last month. And I was there with my dog, and behind the scenes, Gemma and her family saved me. My boys had left, and I was all alone with Gertie, my dog. And I would go up to the Allen's apartment in this building, and we would hang out. We'd watch movies and play games, and they would babysit Gertie for me. It was we really had a lovely little family going there.
Yes, and we had that girls' dinner too. We went to dinner together. Me and Julie. That was so fun. Yes.
Just the ladies. That's
Just
right.
the ladies' dinner. That was so fun. I mean, we have so many countless. And remember your birthday? We got you that balloon thing, and you're like, "This is the weirdest, craziest thing I've ever seen, but I love it."
I know that. Yeah, I don't usually celebrate my birthday because I never really got it. And boy, did they shower me with love up there. It was really fun.
That's amazing. I kind of want to see these TikTok dances.
I to do that.
Will be on the blooper video, like on the outtakes.
I don't know, maybe.
So sort of related to what we just talked about with these laughable moments. But is there anything that you guys filmed that you loved that you wish had made it into the film that didn't?
I would have to say, I don't know why there's one line in the last scene where she's talking about, and I just forgot to enjoy you. She used to say, because by God, baby girl, you are so amazing and creative, or something like that. And I thought it was really sweet. And for some reason, that line isn't there anymore. And then also this one scene, remember in Fred Meyer's, where I see this fancy, expensive shampoo, and I'm like, Jasmine Melon Blossom, and it's like this whole aisle of shampoos. And Beverly is like, she just has the Prel Spring Meadows, and she's like, this is like a whole new world for her. And she sees all these shampoos. You know how the packaging is everything, the fancy little flowers and the packaging. And she's like, can I please get this? And Gail's like, no, it's too expensive, blah, blah, blah. And then later she finds, in the scene later in the movie where they're taking out stuff from the grocery bag, I find it. And she got me this shampoo, and I'm like, Grandma, oh my gosh, this is so sweet. And she's like, yeah. So the Jasmine Melon Blossom shampoo, I will never forget.
So Gemma, aside from getting to sing in the film, I read that you're releasing your very first song. So I'd love to know, did you write the song, and can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I wrote the song and I had a lot of great help, and we just finished recording it and it should be out very soon. It's a Christmas single and it is called Happier at Christmas, and the message is kind of like things happen and stuff, but you know, you just got to let everything aside and party because we're always happier at Christmas, and just so that's the message, and I'm very excited.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations. And then you'll just have to create a TikTok trend for it so we can all
Yes.
dance to it.
Yes. Julie, you have to dance. You have to make a dance with me.
I'll make it. Yeah, I'm going to pencil that in for this afternoon. Definitely. I'm the worst dancer. And to be with this little like ray of sunshine, Gemma, and I didn't even realize that she is actually a very trained singer and dancer. Those talents came out later. She's the real deal. She's a triple threat.
Thank you. You don't give yourself enough credit. You're a great dancer.
Oh, yeah.
Got the moves, the groove.
I did a stripper drop for you. That was what I think that's when you
Yes,
really.
that's her signature. That's her signature.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Everybody loved that one.
Because I was in a postal worker's outfit and I did a stripper drop, like slapped the floor. Yeah. I really brought it.
Mm-hmm.
Julie, I was wondering if there was anything that you took from the set or something that if they let you, you would have taken from the set.
Well, Mona Lee, who did the costumes, she also did the costumes for Clueless. So she is a for real 90s gal. And there was a lot of some of the things, I mean, I know everybody makes fun of the postal worker outfit, but I love that hat. I loved it so much. And I wish I could have taken that postal worker hat with me. I really loved it. It felt very me, I'll be honest.
Film was such a beautiful, heartwarming film, as well as a lot of fun, laugh out loud moments. I'd love to know, what do you hope families take away from this movie?
I would like people to take away the message that there's a lot of value in slowing down. The fact that it used to take hours and hours and hours to make a mixtape alone is sort of like a little, hidden message about the value of things taking time, not being plugged in all the time, not having Wi-Fi, not having Bluetooth, everything. That there really is a lot of value to not being connected at all times.
I totally agree everything that with Julie said. I definitely think that it's really important to know, like, to not take for granted what you have right in front of you. Like, with Gail and Beverly, that their dynamic, I hope that everyone can take away. Bad things happen and you have to not to take for granted what is still there, and be positive and not take for granted what you still have. And also, it's so important. Everyone needs to feel like they're loved and like they're liked and they belong and they have their people, and that, they're liked as a person, especially by their own family. And, a lot of kids, whether that's their very young grandma or their mom or their dad or their cousin, everyone just wants to feel liked and loved and like they belong somewhere.
Gemma, I want to know what it was like for you to actually get to experience that kind of going back to the 90s, since you weren't there for it the first time.
Yes, it was amazing, and I'm so glad that I got to experience it with my mom. I totally listened to all 90s music, my Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, and all of the 90s fashion is totally coming back in style too now. So being able to I wish I lived in the 90s, but this was close enough. So I'm very grateful that I got to do it. It was so fun.
Okay, so I'd love to know what's one piece of advice that both of you would give to young girls who are trying to find their identity?
I would have to say, and I only have boys, but I love, that's why I love working with girls so much. Loved working with the girls on Modern Family and now Gemma. Um, uh, Everybody seems to think that you need to put your sexuality out first. I say put that out last. That's what I loved about the 90s, that sort of like defiantly not sexual way of dressing. And to me, that's very, very sexy. And I would say to young girls, like, let that come last.
I totally 100% agree with what Julie said. And to just incredibly be yourself. And there's so many trends going on right now, and people just want to be so similar. And I feel like the best thing that you could be is incredibly yourself, because the best thing you could do is stand out, and you want to be yourself. And that's what will truly make you shine the most. And whether you realize that now or later, being yourself is what will make you truly happy and shine the most out of everything.
So I was Beverly's age at Y2K, and I remember all the pandemonium and everybody panicking. And Julie, I was wondering if you had a similar experience, like if you bought into the whole Y2K thing, and if it was weird hitting rewind 20 years and reliving that, even obviously fictionally.
Yeah, I absolutely remember Y2K. I was a lot older than Beverly at that time. I remember I was in Colorado, and at a bar with a bunch of friends having a New Year's Eve party, but everyone just sort of leaning into the television and waiting, like, how was it going to go? How is it going to go? But seeing that the lights stayed on in Tokyo, and then the lights stayed on in Europe, and then when they got to Paris and the lights stayed on at the Eiffel Tower, that's when I was like, it's fine. And we all just went back to drinking.